Hey guys, so this is just a quick walkthrough of Hungaroring. The lap was a 56.453 and just running, I don't know what the track temp is, 46C, so I don't know if it was the same the whole session or not. But anyhow, so breaking into turn one, I don't really know exactly where this is at, but I think it's kind of right where that tripod is. It's kind of close. It's really hard to see. Yeah, it's just kind of wherever. Not 100, that's too late. And then it's a really heavy braking zone all the way up to 80, 90%, down into first gear. Did I go down to I did. And then, carry that half throttle. You could probably get on the curb more. I actually did an experiment with getting down on the curb too much more. But it's such a long turn, you want to get a later apex right here and see my wheel input, but I'm waiting on the full throttle until the car's settled and I can release the wheel, because you will pick up an off track there. So I probably had a little bit of time to gain in that, but that's kind of generally where it's at. But turn two I think is the trickiest turn on the whole track. Braking point is pretty safe around that 100-meter mark right after it. And then what I do is I kind of attack the inside here, because if I go out here where kind of the rubber line is, I get pushed out because it's an off cambered decreasing radius turn. So I hit the brake pedal and then I start going right towards the apex, and then if you notice I kind of keep brake in it the whole time. And if you go any wider than this, you're going to lose a ton of time. So you have to go a lot slower going into this turn than you think you have to. Yeah, that's the right button. So I found you have to way over slow this in order to keep it down on the white line. You want your left tires on the white line. So just on that white line. You can get on that curb. And then half throttle pretty early, and then full throttle when you feel the car getting planted. This is a non-turn. Get on the curb. This is another tricky one. This white line in my cockpit, it's pretty much right when that white line disappears. Yeah, so right there. And it's just up to 50%, and then you don't want to turn too much when you have brake in it, because you will spin out or go way off. This is another one where it's better to kind of go slow in, fast out. You want to be on throttle at the apex, and then because any wider, this is the 4-track system. So I have my front left tire on the white line, or I don't know what it is, but that's as close as it'll get. Braking into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's not really a braking zone. But this one you kind of want to keep it in the middle of the track. Focus on your exit here. Another late apex down to second gear. And there, so I picked up a bunch of understeer right here. So you can see the car trajectory slightly going out, so I had to get off the gas in order to kind of keep it tight. So down to second gear. Don't go too fast into this one. This is another really tricky one. Basically, right a bit after I get over these red curbs, I get on the brake pedal. You can go over this more than that. This is the 4-track system, so I can be a tire width over further to the right than what I am. So probably have a little bit of time to gain here. It's not super heavy braking, and then here you want to get on the gas as soon as you can. So I actually went a little bit deep here, so I'll show another lap if I can when I'm done, but ideally I want to be like half a car width over at this point, so I can get on throttle earlier and it's not as awkward. Use all the curb use the curb here on turn in, maximize your turn in. Should be, it's third gear. I don't think you have to downshift. A little bit of brake right here, so you can watch the attitude of the car change when I do the little bit of, I'll slow it down so you can watch it, but you can see kind of the front end rotate the second that I get on this little bit of trail braking. And then I get up on the curb, you want to apply some throttle. And here, setting up for this right-hander doesn't matter that much because the nature of the turn, so don't worry about being all the way over to the left side of the track to set yourself up for this turn, because you gain so much more time by going fast through this left than you do setting yourself up for this right-hander, because it's such a short run into the next turn. At least that's what I found. Somebody else might have a different opinion on it. So then this turn's easy flat out. This is one you want to set yourself up for. This is a fast fourth to third gear turn. So here, whoops. So the second that rumble strip starts, you want to get on the brake, downshift to third, get on this curb, and you want to get to throttle, but not full throttle, because you'll understeer and get a bad off track here. This, I think, is the second trickiest turn on the track. Braking point, right when, right before, basically the 100 meter mark. You want to brake in a straight line. Remember to stay wide, because this is just such an oddly shaped turn. So if anything, I turned in a little bit early here. So it's just a really awkward turn. So if in a perfect world, I would have held on to this trail brake till about right, I don't know, right here, because you can see how much wheel I have, but the car's not turning. So see, so I'm rotating and then I stop rotating. So I would have kept the trail brake a little bit longer, later apexed, but that's okay. And then this turn, there's a couple different ways to go about it. I like going a little bit deep and then later apexing it. You can watch here. So I'm not on the curb yet, and then I apex and ease onto the gas pedal. So trail brake, ease onto the gas pedal, get a good exit here. Going into the last turn, they're almost identical turns. Get on the gas early here. See, watch the 10-15% gas pedal. Makes a really big difference. And then second gear up to third. So I'm just gonna throw it on and we can watch the whole lap without me talking. Cockpit view. And that is the tutorial that I have for you guys today. So hope you enjoyed it, and good luck.